Hare Krishna, Hare Bol Nam. So we are very fortunate कि हमारे समक्ष एक बहुत वरिष्ठ वैष्णव आए हैं, राइट? एंड हम सबके बीच आचार्य रत्न प्रभु पधार चुके हैं. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु, प्रणाम. A very warm welcome here at Shastra Sangha. So आचार्य रत्न प्रभु जो है, since many decades he has been practicing Krishna consciousness. Prabhuji, as we speak, is based out of Kolkata, and he's a temple president there at Kolkata as well. So आचार्य रत्न प्रभु जो है, द फर्स्ट टाइम जब आचार्य रत्न प्रभु से भेंट हुई थी हमारी, सो उसको नोएडा का सौभाग्य था कि हमने अराउंड बैक इन 2018, समवेयर इन 2017 और 2018 हमने NIDC मीटिंग्स हुई थी इसको नोएडा में, जहाँ हमने आचार्य रत्न प्रभु को होस्ट किया था फॉर अ फ्यू डेज. एंड इट वाज माय ग्रेटेस्ट फॉर्चून कि मेरी सेवा थी टू बी हिज ड्राइवर, राइट? सो मेरी फॉर 2 days आई वाज अलॉटेड टू सर्व प्रभु एज हिज ड्राइवर, है ना. एंड आई सी दैट विद अ लॉट ऑफ एक्साइटमेंट, है ना, कि इतने वरिष्ठ वैष्णव को के साथ मैंने कुछ moments I was spending, picking up Prabhu from where he was staying and dropping him back to the temple, and uh, doing the same thing regularly, many times in a couple of days. And वहाँ पर प्रभु जी की कृपा दृष्टि पड़ी थी मेरे पर. एंड अभी रिसेंटली जब मैंने लास्ट मंथ प्रभु जी को कॉल लगाया आफ्टर आफ्टर दीज 10-12 years, सो इट इज इससे पता चलता है कि ये डिवोटी इज सो कंपैशनेट, है ना. जो प्रभुपाद के हमारे पास हीरे हैं वो यही हैं, शुद्ध वैष्णव के माध्यम से. दे आर सो कंपैशनेट दैट द मोमेंट ही पिक्ड अप द कॉल ही रिमेम्बर्ड दैट which servant of his is calling, right? So that is a that was something that really touched me. And the first thing that I asked him was for a session here at Shastra Sangha. It was a brief 4-minute call, yet we started off right where we left it 13 years ago, right? So प्रभु जी जो है प्रचार कार्य में इतने तीव्र गति से और इतने इंटेंस भाव से लगे हुए हैं. डेफिनेटली फॉर हिम प्रीचिंग इज द एसेंस, ही इज लिविंग इट, राइट? तो फिर हम सबका यही निवेदन है प्रभु जी के चरणों में कि वो हमारा मार्गदर्शन करें, राइट? ही लीड्स द सेशन ओवर हियर एट शास्त्र संघा on the topic preaching is the essence, right? Thank you so much, Prabhu, for your time, and we are very much eager to hear from you, Prabhuji. Over to you. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Ratna.
Hare Krishna. Am I audible?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. Of course.
प्रभु जी आप म्यूट पे. प्रभु जी एक बार प्लीज अनम्यूट कर दीजिएगा.
Okay. Is this audible now?
Yes, now it's audible.
Yes,
Thank
प्रभु
you.
जी.
So I'm feeling extremely honored and grateful to be part of this Shastra Sangha. And special thanks to Anant Katha Prabhu for giving me this opportunity to serve all of you. Yeah, when I came in Noida for meetings, Anant Katha Prabhu and his father Buddhiman Prabhu made me feel so much at home, and I'm so much indebted for their valuable hospitality. So I cannot say no to him when he calls. So I'm honored to reciprocate in some small way by serving all of you. So I was just reading the tagline of Shastra Sangha, a page closer to Krishna. So it's a wonderful tagline. So if you read one page a day, so Vaisheshik Prabhu says that page by page become a sage, whoever we may be. But if we keep on reading Srila Prabhupada books little by little, we can become saintly, we can become wise, and then we can help others. I was asked to speak on this topic, preaching is the essence. Generally, in material consciousness and spiritual consciousness, there's a big difference. Practically, it is 180-degree opposite. So, in material consciousness, generally, 180-degree opposite. So 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 in material consciousness, generally, 180-degree opposite. not spiritual books, but checkbooks are the basis. Money is the basis, isn't it? Everything is based on money. So checkbooks are the basis in material consciousness. But in spiritual consciousness, uh, books or the scriptures, the words of God are the basis. Whatever we do, we based on words of God. And in ISKCON particularly, we based all our things on Srila Prabhupada books. In material consciousness, people go by majority. Majority is the force. But in spiritual consciousness, purity is the force. Purity of purpose, purity of intentions, purity of desires, thoughts, words, and actions. And most importantly, as a preacher, purity in repeating the message of parampara as it is, not contaminating the message as per our convenience. In material consciousness, people will see what majority people will like and how to attract more followers. But here we are trying to serve Krishna and purely present the message. So in spiritual life, we understand purity is the force. And material life, people, for them, facility is the principle. They want more and more facilities for themselves. But in spiritual consciousness, we don't want any facility for ourselves. We want to utilize all the facilities in service of Krishna. So utility is the principle. Not Markat Vairagya, but Yukta Vairagya. Markat Vairagya means renouncing everything, seeing them separate from Krishna. But in Yukta Vairagya, we see everything belongs to Krishna, everyone belongs to Krishna, and everything and everyone should be connected to Krishna and engage in service of Krishna. And in material consciousness, what is the essence? Sense gratification is the essence. People want to do. Ultimately, at the end, whatever they, what is people focus? Sense gratification. Enjoy. How I can enjoy. But in Krishna consciousness, actually, we are concerned about Krishna's enjoyment, Krishna's pleasure. And Krishna is pleased when he sees that conditioned souls who are suffering, they become happy. So therefore, preaching is the essence. Sharing mercy of Krishna with others is the essence. So preaching is not just giving classes, but transforming their beliefs, transforming their lifestyle, and especially transforming their hearts. So before we go ahead, I want to hear from everybody, or at least 3, 4 of you. Why should we preach? Somebody would like to raise hand and say, why should we preach? Okay. Yes, Dhira Krishna Prabhu. One sentence, huh?
Because it is the instruction from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Yes, it's instruction.
You go to every door and speak the name of Sri Krishna, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and glorify Guru Vaishnava and all. Because it is instruction from the Lord himself.
You, Hare Krishna, is Krishna and instruction Lord Chaitanya. Wonderful, thank you. Yes, Shruti Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. We should preach because light dispels the darkness.
Yes, people in this world are ignorant, and because of ignorance, people are suffering. So we should share knowledge, share light, and thus make people happy. Thank you. Yes, 2 more devotees. So attack. Okay. Yes, Sanna. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
For self purification and to relieve the soul from the material sufferings.
Yes, this preaching is actually part of our sadhana. more we give to others, more we'll receive. So when we share Krishna consciousness others, we can also practice ourselves and we can receive more mercy and we can go on. So it purifies us a lot. Yes. Thank you. One more. Yes, Vishwanath Prabhu. Vishwanath Prabhu?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Uh, we must preach because we have received more valuable things. So to share with others, we feel grateful what we have got.
We should share with others. Once Srila Prabhupada disciples asked Prabhupada, we are so fortunate we are seeing, and by your mercy now we have received the topmost gift. We are so grateful to you. So how can we reciprocate? How we can repay you back? Prabhupada said, one can never repay spiritual master. One will eternally in spiritual master. However, one can try to repay spiritual master by giving others what we have received. By sharing Krishna consciousness with others, we are repaying our debt to our spiritual master. Not repaying, we are trying to repay. And in that way, we are trying to please spiritual master and Krishna. Also in this matter world, to remain Krishna is not so easy. So it is said, attack is the best defense. In this world, if you want to protect your Krishna consciousness, best is to attack. Attack means preach. If we share Krishna consciousness, at least we'll be protected from Maya. If you tell others, chant Hare Krishna, if nobody chants, at least we'll chant Hare Krishna. So, and preaching is always successful because at least one person will become devotee. That is ourself, And if we become devotee, that is perfection of life. If others become devotee by Krishna's mercy, Guru's mercy, Vaishnava's mercy, wonderful. But at least we can become devotee. So, teaching means helping people develop appreciation for Krishna, for Krishna consciousness, for devotees, and things related with Krishna. Preaching means connecting people to Krishna, helping people take shelter of Krishna, especially by taking shelter of spiritual literatures like Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. And most importantly, chanting the holy names of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Preaching is giving talks and classes, but also to taking care of people as servants of Krishna. And ultimately, preaching is trying to make people happy in Krishna consciousness. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur used to say that there is only one problem in this world. What is that one problem? What is only one problem in this world? Lack of Krishna consciousness. He said people are suffering because of lack of Krishna. And only one solution to all the sufferings of this world is to make people Krishna conscious. So if we are able to help people connect to Krishna, then everybody can be happy. One time, Srila Prabhupada, when he came to Pune, one big industrialist, Mr. Malhotraji, he came to meet Prabhupada. And then he was saying, Swamiji, what is this? I see you and your devotees are traveling all the world, but only distributing Gita and talking about Gita and chanting this Hare Krishna. I see that you are not doing, you are not distributing medicines, which distributing free clothes and free food and all these things. Why are not doing these things? And why you are too much focusing on just Bhagavad and chanting Hare Krishna? Then Prabhupada said, my Malhotraji, you are a big businessman. I know you have a good friendship with Birla's, your family friendship. Imagine you go to Birla's home and stay there in Calcutta for 15 days and you develop a wonderful relationship with all the members there. And then you come back to Pune and imagine one day when you're going in your Mercedes, you stop at the signal, red light traffic signal, and when you look out from your Mercedes, you see a small child on the street crying, very miserable. And imagine when you look closely, you remember, oh, he's actually a grandson of Birlaji, and he's very miserable. What will you do? Will you just give him some 100 rupees and push up? Or you think, oh, maybe he's hungry, let me give one apple, or let me give some one plate of food and then push off? Or will you think, oh, maybe he has a torn clothes, let me just give a cloth, new dress, and will you just push off? Or maybe you'll think, oh, maybe he's having, fever, let me just give some medicine and then push up. And imagine Birlaji comes to know this is how you treated with his child or grandchild, Will Birlaji be very happy? Oh, thank you very much. You gave 100 rupees to my son or grandson, or you gave nice medicine or cloth or food. Will he be happy? Will he be happy? He'll be so upset. What is the right thing to do? Vaishnavi wants to speak, I guess. What is the right thing to do? Anybody would like to say? I think everybody is mute. They are not able to speak. Anybody would like to speak? What is the right thing to do in this situation? What should Malhotraji do when he sees that child of Birlaji on the street? Those are not spoken. Dheeraj Krishnabu has spoken, Vishwanath has spoken. Those are not spoken. What should Malhotraji do when he sees the family of a member of or a child of Birlaji or on the street?
We should, Prabhuji, we should remind the child of his origin.
So he should just take the child home and immediately make a phone call with Birlaji and say, "Arey, your child or grandchild is here and is suffering." Immediately Birlaji will come by next flight, pick him up, take him home. And when he's connected to his father, then all his money problem, health problem, food problem, all our problems are solved, isn't it? And the Birlaji will be so happy. Similarly, all the living entities in this world, they're not ordinary living entities. They're all children of God. Krishna, the biggest billionaire, trillionaire, is Lakshmipati. So if we just connect to Krishna, then all problems are solved. Just like that child, when connected to Birlaji, his own father, all problems solved. Similarly, if we are connected to our eternal Father, then all problems are solved. Our economic problem, or health problem, mental problem, all problems can be taken care of. So biggest problem Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur is to say that is lack of Krishna consciousness. People have been forgotten Krishna, they have got disconnected from Krishna. And just by connecting to Krishna, we are doing the greatest service. So preaching means to connecting people to Krishna, and Krishna will do the miracle. We may not be able to make people happy, but Krishna can make them happy. So what is the right mood in preaching and what is the wrong mood in preaching? What is the wrong mood? What not to do in preaching? We should not be puffed up. We should not think ourselves better than others. We should think, I am fortunate. I was also suffering, but by mercy of Buddhism and Krishna, now I have got Krishna and I have become little better. I have become little happy. So one should not think oneself to be better than others, or one should not think by Krishna to others, I am doing favor to others. One should not be fanatic. One should not be aggressive. One should not be insensitive. Or while dealing with people, we should not make useless, good for nothing. Rather, when we are sharing Krishna consciousness, we should share as instrument in hands of Guru and Krishna and Vaishnavas. We should understand I am not qualified, but still I'm given this seva, so let me do this seva. One should understand, I'm not the real preacher. Real preaching will be done by Guru and Krishna. I'm just trying to connect. I'm not the doer. I'm just a servant of servant of servant. So one should be in very humble mood. And one should be in very encouraging mood. In this world, this material world is very dangerous place. Maya is very powerful. And people are already miserable and frustrated. So we should not frustrate people more. We have to be encouraging people. We should be sensitive. We should be kind. We should be compassionate. And we should be also considerate of time, place, circumstances. And especially, we should be, we should not think I'm doing favor to others, but we should think that others are giving me opportunity to serve Krishna. So we should be grateful for this opportunity. So we appropriate mood when we read the song by Srila Prabhupada was going to America. What was his mood? So we will share with you this. I will share. Song. Bodo Kripa Kaila Krishna Adamera Prati. This is Markan Bhagavad Dharma song by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada at Boston Harbor, September 18, 1965. When Prabhupada first time reached America, Prabhupada sang, he felt deep compassion and then he wrote this song. Are you able to see the song?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So we'll briefly read this song, and after that reading song, I want everybody to tell one point from this song which reflects proper mood of a preacher. Okay? I want everybody to tell one point. We'll read this, sing this song briefly and read the meaning. And from that point, at least, I want everybody to tell one point which reflects proper attitude of a preacher. Okay?
Sure, Prabhu.
How many of you are ready for this? Okay. बड़ो कृपा कैले कृष्ण अध मेरा प्रति की लागी या नीले हे तो करो एबे गति. You can repeat or maybe difficult. So maybe I will just read and then translation read. Okay. Ache. So Prabhupada is saying, my dear Lord Krishna, you are so kind upon this useless soul, but I do not know why you have brought me here to Boston, America. Now you can do whatever you like with me. Ache kichu karja tab ei anu mane nahe ke no ani be no ei ugrastane. But I guess you have some business here. Otherwise, why would you bring to this terrible place? When Prabhupada first time saw Boston, he was thinking, oh, it's a terrible place. It's just filled with passion and ignorance. And there's no goodness here. He was not impressed when he first time went to America. He thought, oh, it's a Ugrastan, terrible place. Rajastama gune era sabaya achana Vasudeva Katha Ruchi Nahi Se Prasana. Most of the population here is covered by the material modes of ignorance and passion. Absorbed in material life, they think themselves very happy and satisfied, and therefore they have no taste for the transcendental message of Vasudeva. I do not know how they will be able to understand it. So Prabhupada was feeling, oh, I don't know, they're suffering, they're in passion and ignorance, and they have no taste for Krishna consciousness. I don't know how they will understand. तबे जदि तब कृपा होय आहि तुकी सकल ये संभव होय तुम्ही से कौतुकी. But I know your causeless mercy can make everything possible because you are the most expert mystic. So sometimes preaching may appear impossible. How this person will become devotee? But Prabhupada is saying, just say, by causeless mercy of Krishna, everybody can become devotee because Krishna is very expert. So Prabhupada, I may not be able to make them, but he was thinking Krishna can make them devotees. কিভাবে ভুজালে তার ভুজে সেই রস এত কৃপা করো প্রভু করি নিজ বশ. How will they understand the mellows of devotional service, O Lord? I am simply praying for your mercy so that I will be able to convince them about your message. So he's praying. This is the mood. Preacher should think, seek for mercy from Lord. I am able to, oh Krishna, please bless me. I'm praying for your mercy so that I can convince them. তোমার ইচ্ছায় সব হয় মায়া বশ তোমার ইচ্ছায় নাশ মায়ার পরশ. All living entities have come under the control of illusory energy, Maya, your will, O Krishna. And if you like, by your will, they can also be released from the clutches of illusion. तब इच्छा होया जदि तादेर उद्धार बुझिबे निश्चय तबे कथा से तुम्हार. I wish that you may deliver them. Therefore, if you so desire their deliverance, then only they be able to understand your message. My dear Krishna, who can understand your message? Only if you show mercy to them, they can understand. So please show mercy to them. भागवतेर कथा से तब अवतार धीर हया सुने जदि काने बार. The words of Srimad Bhagavatam are your incarnation, and if a sober person repeatedly receives it with submissive oral reception, then he will be able to understand your message. My dear Krishna, you appeared in form of Bhagavatam, and anybody hears Bhagavatam again and again, and then he will be able to understand. शृण्वता स्वकथा कृष्ण पुण्य श्रवण कीर्तन हृदयन्तोस्ति अभद्राणि विदोनोति सुरत्सताम नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी तथा रजस्तमो भाव कामलोभत्तचये चेत एतैर् अनविद्धं स्थितं सत्त्वे प्रसीदति एवं प्रसन्न मनसो भगवद् भक्ति योग तो मुक्त संगस्य जायते विद्यते हृदय ग्रंथिश्छिद्यन्ते सर्व संशया क्षीयन्ते चस्य कर्माणि दृष्टे एवात्मनीश्वरे. Sri Krishna is Supreme Person Godhead, who is Paramatma in everyone's heart and the benefactor of the truthful devotee. He cleanses desires for material enjoyment from the heart of devotee who has developed the urge to hear his message, which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted. By regular attendance in classes of Srimad Bhagavatam and by rendering service to pure devotees, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personal Godhead, whose praise with trance song is established as an irrevocable fact. As soon as irrevocable loving service is established in the heart, the effects of nature's modes of passion and ignorance of such as lust, desire, hankering will disappear from the heart. Then the devotee is established in goodness and he becomes completely happy. Thus, established in mode of unalloyed goodness, the man whose mind has been enlivened by contact with devotional service to Lord again gets positive scientific knowledge of personal Godhead in stage of liberation from all material obsession. Thus, not in the heart is pierced and all misgivings are cut to pieces. The chain of fruity action is terminated when one sees the self as master. So, Prabhupada is mentioning Bhagavatam, that anybody hears this Bhagavatam, their heart will be purified, they will be free from Rajatama, and they will be able to realize themselves and realize God. Rajastama hate tabe pai be nistara hrudayer abhadra sate guchi betahara. He will become liberated from the influence of modes of ignorance and passion. Thus, all inauspiciousness, unnecessary things accumulated in the core of heart will disappear. কি করে ভুজাবো কথা বড় সেই চাহি শুদ্র আমি দীনহীন কোনো শক্তি নাহি. How will I make them understand this message of consciousness? I am very unfortunate, unqualified, and the most fallen. Therefore, I am seeking your benediction so that I can convince them, for I am powerless to do so on my own. So Prabhupada is thinking, I am powerless, I cannot do it. Oh, so you please bless, oh Krishna. अत न छ प्रभु कथा बोली बारे जे तो मार इच्छा प्रभु करो यही बारे. Somehow or other, O Lord, you have brought me here to speak about you. Now, my Lord, it is up to you to make me a success or failure as you like. So when we preach, it's up to Krishna whether we'll be successful or failure. अखिल जगत गुरु बचन से अमार अलंकृत कोई Kshamata Tomar. Oh, spiritual master of all the worlds, I can simply repeat your message. So if you like, you can make my power of speaking suitable for their understanding. Taba kripa hole mora katha shuddha habe. Shuniya sabara shoka dukha jegu jibe. Only by your causeless mercy will my words become pure. I am sure that when this transcendent message penetrates their heart, they will certainly feel engladdened and they become liberated from all unhappy conditions of life. Ana echo jai Prabhu amare nachate nachao Prabhu You are the puppeteer. If you want me to dance, make me dance. I'm completely ready. I'm willing. Whatever you say, I'm ready to do that. Bhakti nahi bedo nahi name khub daro. Bhakti Vedanta nabe ebe sarthaka karo. I have no devotion nor I have any knowledge, but I have strong faith in the holy name of Krishna. I have been designated as Bhakti Vedanta. Now, if you like, you can fulfill the real purport of Bhakti Vedanta. Signed, the most unfortunate, insignificant beggar, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, on board the ship Jalduta, Commonwealth Pier, Boston, Massachusetts, USA, dated 18th of September 1965. So when Prabhupada is going to America, first time he's reaching in Boston, the day he reached Boston, he wrote this song. So somebody would like to say, what should be the mood of a preacher? What we learn from Srila Prabhupada's song?
One can be to be very selfless, Prabhu, and to understand that you're doing it for Krishna's will and his pleasure.
Yes, we are preaching for Krishna's pleasure on order of Guru. Yes, thank you. Anybody else?
Prabhuji,
Okay.
passion for the conditioned soul. We all are conditioned souls, so it's
Prabhupada had a great
become a
compassion.
condition.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, we should have compassion.
We have devotees commenting some in the chat section as well, Prabhu. Somebody has
Okay,
said,
yes, humility is the prerequisite.
yes,
Our mood, Shruti Mataji is saying that we should have humility. Like we see Prabhupada is so humble. He's not saying I'm big preacher, I'm big scholar, I'm big this, and I'm going to transform everybody in everything. No, he's saying I'm bhakti nai, ved nai. I have no bhakti, I have no devotion, I have no knowledge. My dear Krishna, I'm dependent on you. But he had faith on these two things we see here. He had faith on holy names, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And he had faith in Bhagavatam. He said that if anybody hears this Bhagavatam, people will be purified. So anybody chants Hare Krishna, they will be purified. So giving people books is very important. So they may not understand in the beginning, but they keep on reading, they will be purified, and then they will understand. Similarly, chanting holy names. So this Bhagavatam and holy names will do the miracle, because Bhagavatam is not ordinary book; it is Krishna himself, and holy name is not ordinary sound; it is Krishna himself. So preaching means actually sharing Prabhupada books, sharing the holy names. So we should be always in mood of being humble instrument in the hands of senior devotee Guru and Krishna. We should not consider oneself very qualified, or we should be uh, very. We should be taking shelter of Krishna. By mercy, if we take shelter of Krishna, by mercy of Krishna, we'll be empowered, and then by mercy of Krishna, we'll be successful. It is said one should preach all day, and when required, one can speak also. What does that mean? One should preach all day, and when required, you can speak also. So this means that preaching doesn't mean only speaking. Most important is preaching by example. Our actions are more important than words. There is another saying: your actions are speaking so loudly, I am not able to hear your words. Sometimes we may by words say something, but our actions are telling opposite thing. But if our actions are like we ourselves are chanting, then people just by seeing us, they'll say, oh, maybe chanting is wonderful, let me also chant. But imagine we don't chant and we tell everybody, please chant. That is not going to have impact. They'll say, "Arey, you are saying chant, chant, you are not chanting. Simply, we tell others you should give up non-veg, and we ourselves are taking. So, no, our actions are more important. So we should preach first by action and then by words. Otherwise, our words will not be effective. There are three types of teachers are there in world. One who is expert in his subject. One who is expert in his subject, this is called a third class teacher. But one who is expert in subject and he can present even the complex subject in understandable way, he is called second class teacher. Imagine somebody is expert in subject but he cannot make students understand. He may be big expert PhD in some subject, but when he is presenting he is not able to make people understand, then he is not a very good teacher. So he is third class teacher. But one who is expert in the subject and he can also present even complex subject in understandable way, he is a second class teacher. But who is the first class teacher? First class teacher is he knows the subject well, he can present even complex subject in the understandable way, and most importantly, he loves the students. Like Prabhupada, actually, he loved the devotees there. Like he went and he was staying hippie colony, and he loved the hippies. And actually, because of his love, they took up Krishna consciousness. So the most important ingredient for preaching is we should feel compassion, love for others. We should want them to be happy. Then actually the preaching will be very successful. So, and love means service. And service means anything. It's not that this service or that service. Like Prabhupada, when he went to America, earlier he wrote books and then he continued writing. But then when he went, he was cooking for them, he was cleaning, he was counseling, he was doing everything. Not that he was not saying that, okay, I'll only give class. Preaching means whatever required, one needs to do. And sometimes devotees became sick, Prabhupada was taking care of their health. Prabhupada, even when he went to America, he saw that they don't have proper culture. They were living as girlfriend, boyfriend. He arranged marriages. He also trained them how to be proper husband and wife, how to take care of children nicely, how to. So, preaching means actually to love, and to love means to serve, and serve means everything. Nothing is disconnected from Krishna, and everything is. So, preaching, yes, definitely preaching means book distribution, prasadam distribution, but or maybe holy name distribution. All these things are there. Or giving classes, yes, online class, physical classes. But ultimately, it's question of loving exchanges and making people part of our family and creating a Krishna-centered family. And then, if many families come together with Krishna in center, we have a Krishna conscious community. So Prabhupada created a Krishna conscious community. So preaching means creating Krishna conscious families and Krishna conscious communities where Krishna is center. So, and also when we are preaching, we are sharing Krishna consciousness. We can share as per our realization, as per our adhikar. We don't have to do something beyond our capacity. Whatever we are convinced, we can present it. Whatever we are not convinced, we don't have to present it. Whatever we are not convinced, we should seek guidance. We should try to apply and slowly get that conviction. But certain things are beyond our conviction. We need not present those things. Whatever we are convinced, we should present that. And whatever we are practicing. And also different people may have different capacity to preach. Some people may be like Hanuman. They can preach to thousands and lakhs of people. And some person can be like a squirrel. He can preach to maybe 10 people or 5 people or 1 people. Fine, it doesn't matter. For Krishna, in eyes of God, like in eyes of Lord Ram, Hanuman and squirrel both are same. Lord Ramchandra was equally happy with Hanuman and equally happy with squirrel. Similarly, when we preach according to our capacity, Krishna will be equally pleased. It's not that if we preach to million, Krishna will be more pleased. Imagine I have capacity to preach to only 10 people. If I preach nicely, Krishna will be equally pleased. So we don't have to compare with each others. It's Krishna who gives us ability, and whatever Krishna is given, we use that, and Krishna is happy. So one should not compare, or he is doing so much, I'm not doing. So we do whatever our best is there. Ultimately, ultimate preaching is done by Guru and Krishna. We are just assistants, and we assist as per our capacity. And what is the result of preaching? Our result of preaching will be we'll also be able to practice Krishna nicely. We'll become better devotees. We'll become more humble. Preaching requires great humility. Preaching requires great tolerance. Preaching requires a lot of sacrifice. So we'll develop all these wonderful qualities, and we hope that by gradually we'll also develop love for Krishna and love for all, and then we'll go back home, back to Godhead. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So now floor is open for discussion, question, answer, any comments. Our
Everybody can raise their hand so we can
Anand
unmute them.
Katabru, you want to correct me or add something, or if I spoke something wrong?
Prabhuji, as you said that जितना अधिकार होता है हमें उतना पेश करना चाहिए. I do not have that अधिकार. I happily do not have that अधिकार, Prabhu. I cannot correct you, Prabhu. What you said is very much spot on. The message that you resonated, that you just enunciated towards the end of Hanumanji and the squirrel, that is something that will always resonate with me. And Prabhupada, there's a shlok in Bhagavad Gita 3.21, Yadyad Acharati Shreshthas, right? So leaders are meant to lead by example. You did mention in the class that preaching does not always mean, you're taking a class or a session. When you're distributing prasad, when you're distributing books, when you're carrying yourself within the temple or outside the temple, how you're carrying yourself, devotees observe, right? People observe, and then they take inspiration. Just like when kids are very, very young, they are observing their parents very closely. So they are soaking in everything, whatever, how their parents are, acting on things. So that is something that definitely will resonate with me. But of course, Prabhu, we will definitely have a Q&A, quick Q&A session for about 10 minutes. And sabhi participants and अनुरोध ki just raise your hands. This is a wonderful opportunity. And for all of us to, get wonderful insights from Prabhu. So feel free to raise your hand. We'll unmute you and you can ask your question, and people can also write their questions in the chat section. Haribol.
Dheeraj Krishna Prabhu has written, surrendering to Krishna and preach. Yes, Dheeraj Krishna Prabhu. Thank you.
Prabhu, I had a question actually.
Yes.
Before others jump in, I think they're taking their sweet time. So, Prabhu, my question is that how do we know that we are ready to preach? Because many people, they still perceive preaching as, it can be in the form of, distributing books or taking a session, a lecture. And we always need to have that zeal for preaching. So first question is, how do we get to that stage? And second is, how do we know that we are ready for it?
Anybody who has received Krishna consciousness is ready to preach. Whatever we have received, we just share. This is way of Vedic learning. In Vedic, this is difference between modern education and Vedic education. In Vedic education, there would be one teacher in Gurukul, and you would have 1 lakh students, 60,000 disciples, 50,000 disciples. You have seen in Durvasa Muni traveling with 60,000 disciples, or different rishis traveling thousands. How the system in Gurukul is that a guru may teach to 10 students, and each 10 may teach to another 10. Those may teach to another 10. So imagine class 2 student can teach to class 1 student. Class 3 student can teach to class 2 student. It's not that a person has to graduate, he has to get BTech, MTech, PhD, or he has to do B.Ed, M.Ed, and then he can teach. And that is modern way. But Vedic way is actually part of learning. When we teach something to others, then we learn that subject better. So if I learn Krishna is Supreme Person Godhead, if I share with others, oh, Krishna is Supreme, that is, no, whatever we learn, we can share. I'm not this body, I'm spirit soul. That is, So who is ready? Everybody. Prabhupada encouraged and inspired everybody to share this message. And how to share message in any way form. We can just assist in lifting the books. If we are assisting in lifting books, that is also preaching. If we are assisting in cutting subject, which for prasadam, which will be distributed in program, that is also preaching. Whatever service we are doing is actually preaching. Like in hospital, one doctor may be doing surgery, but then everybody is assisting in that this thing. Cleaners are cleaning, there are other people who are doing technical things and all these things. Similarly, we are like an army or a hospital where we are fighting against Maya or treating the disease. So everybody has a role, and whatever we are doing in our way, that is a part of preaching. So any service we do in actually Srila Prabhupada mission, that is preaching, because that is the purpose of Srila Prabhupada movement. What we are trying to do is we are sharing Krishna with others, and that way help people connect to Krishna. So we can preach with our words, we can preach with our services, actions, we can preach. Mm, mm, Whatever we are doing, we can preach. We may be professionals, we may be doing job in our company just by putting Krishna picture on our table. Actually, we are preaching. Whenever any colleague comes, is Hare Krishna, he will take, or he just carry prasadam. We are driving and we meet anybody, we give them prasadam. Giving prasadam is preaching, or we can always carry some books wherever we are traveling in bus, train, or car, or wherever we can have small books or with us, and we can give that books to others. So in that way, we can always carry some cards of the temple with the Hare Krishna Mahamantra written. We can give the cards. Hey, please visit. No, so uh, in this way, anybody can preach. Rather, everybody should preach. Uh, so who is qualified? None of us is qualified, but who can preach? Everybody can preach. And when they are ready, right now they are ready. Okay, and we can preach online, we can preach offline, we can preach to our friends, we can preach to our colleagues, we can preach to innocent people, we can preach known people, strangers, no problem. Whole world is our market field. I don't know whether I did I answer the question. And is
Yes,
your
Prabhu.
question answered?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Definitely, Prabhu. I will definitely, intensify my
So
desire for preaching a bit more.
we should see that preaching as a part of our learning process. Okay, it's not that preaching we do at the end of our Krishna consciousness. It's a part of our growing process. If we want to learn something better, teach. If I learn one thing today, we can teach that to others. If I learn second thing, I teach. Whatever we know, we keep and teach others. Okay, how to put tilak? If we learn, we can share with others how to put tilak. We learn something from Prabhupada books. I read something today, Prabhupada book. Then I can just share with others. Oh, this poem of Prabhupada is so wonderful. No, Prabhupada is saying, Krishna, anybody hears Bhagavatam, Krishna in heart will be pleased and he will cleanse his heart. Oh, wonderful. So we can just share with others. Okay. We don't have to be big scholars, big pandits, and we don't need big qualifications. And even if we have that, we are not qualified. And even if we don't have, doesn't matter. We can still preach because that is order of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Amar Agyay Guru Hoy Tare Desh. This is my order that everybody should become teachers and share Krishna consciousness. Okay.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. We have another question. I think that will be our last. We have Shruti Mataji's question. Let me unmute her. Yes.
Hare
Yes.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, my question was, I think you've already answered, but my question was that how to give Krishna to people who are probably not ready to receive it, or I don't know how to put it, but they don't want, they don't know about the process, how to give Krishna to those people so that at least they can touch the tip of the iceberg.
Yes. Three things. First thing is that actually we should know that whether people know or not, we should know that everybody is eternally devotee of Krishna. Jiver Swarupe, Krishnera Nityadas. Everybody, whether he's a human being or animal or a dog or a insect or a mosquito, everybody is actually soul. Atma is not the body. Body is just a trace. And every soul is actually servant of Krishna, part and parcel of Krishna. Is eternally devotee of Krishna. Do you agree with this?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
So everybody is devotee. Now they may not know that I am devotee. Like when person forgets, he gets amnesia. He may forget his name. He may forget his father's name, like that. No. So the disease here is that people have forgotten that they are souls. They think they are this body only. They have forgotten their mother and father. They have forgotten Krishna. Our duty is to slowly introduce them to Krishna. So how to introduce them? We can introduce them in ways that will not agitate them, that will not distance them, that in a way they will be ready to accept it. First way we can do is we can pray for them. Like if we pray for them, suppose you feel, oh, this person is very inimical, very demoniac, very dangerous, very whatever, but he should become devout. We can just pray. If we pray, it's like putting money from my bank account to his bank account, sharing spiritual credits. Suppose somebody is beggar, he doesn't have money, but if you put in his bank account $1 million, he will get $1 million, isn't it? So when we pray for other person, actually other person gets spiritual credits. Like Prabhupada prayed, actually when Prabhupada went to America, he prayed for those hippies, and by Prabhupada prayers, they became devotees. So they may not know, but if you pray for someone, they will get spiritual credit, and their spiritual credit will increase. Like in our electronics, when we were studying, we were having this, what is that called? Diode, triode. You know diodes, triodes, so diodes, use, huh? You increase the voltage. In the beginning, there is no current. You increase voltage, there is no current. You increase voltage, no current. You increase voltage, no current. Till it comes to the threshold, there is no current flowing. After threshold, current will flow, isn't it? So similarly, everybody has spiritual credits, bhakti unu sukriti. And if in some or other, directly, indirectly, they come in touch with devotees or Krishna, like they take prasadam or they touch Prabhupada books or somebody prays for them. Every spiritual activity, what happens, they get spiritual credit. It's like their voltage, bhakti voltage increasing more and more. No? So if somehow if we keep on praying for someone, wherever we meet, maybe if that person is favorable, ready to take prasadam, at least give nice prasadam, tasty prasadam, they will eat prasadam. Just by eating prasadam, they are increasing spiritual credit. Give them what they like. Maybe they like some music, we can give some Krishna conscious music. Just by hearing, they will spiritual credit will increase. If they see picture of Krishna, just by seeing picture of Krishna, they will get spiritual credit. Or engage them in service, any service. They like driving, engage them in driving, or whatever they service. Different people may like different service. They may like drawing, they may like singing, they may like dancing, like cooking. They may, whatever service, that service. By doing that service, no, they will get spiritual credit. If they give donations, funds for the preaching, they are getting spiritual credit. So in some way or other, we have to engage them in spiritual services. In a way, they don't go away. And every time they do some service, their spiritual credits are increasing. It's like bhakti voltage increasing more. And then threshold point will come, then they will start chanting. Like when the voltage increases, the threshold point will come when the current will start flowing. When current start flowing, we can say, oh. Similarly, when threshold point comes, they will say, okay, let me chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And when they start chanting, and if they keep continue chanting in association of devotees, then they will progress more and more. Spiritual life is eternal. It never decreases. So if now they have practiced 10%, and even if person dies, next life they will start from 11%, and then he goes to 50%. Then next life they can go from 51%, and then go to 90%. Then next life they can start from 91%. So whatever they do, that will remain with them. So bhakti is eternal. So anyone can become devotee. Rather, everybody will become devotee. Nobody can say, I am such a great demon, I will never become devotee. It's because that is our constitutional position, to be devotee of Krishna. So we have to just think how we can increase their spiritual credit in some way. They don't have to come to 100% level immediately. Slowly. Does that answer your question to some extent? I think you are mute, so cannot be heard. Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji did answer. Thank you so much.
So there is in chat, it is written Hare Krishna, Muskan Kohli, Hare Krishna. But how do I serve others without bringing myself out in the process? As in, at times I feel connected spiritually, but other times I myself feel empty. Therefore, we need association of devotees. Actually, to practice Krishna consciousness and to share Krishna consciousness, we need strength, and that strength can come in association. So, therefore, I'm very happy to see that now you have created here Sangha, Shastra Sangha. Sangha means association. In association, we can, in association, we can get strength. In association, we can practice. In association, share. We can association, we can preach. All these things is possible in association. Alone, it's difficult. कि अमार नाही payable हरे नाम संकीर्तन alone is very difficult. संगे शक्ति कलयुगे in कलयुग the strength lies in sangha association. So I'm very happy that Ananta Katha Prabhu and team of devotees have started this Shastra Sangha. So there is Sangha, we can get strength, and through this Sangha we can practice and also share. Okay. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So before you leave the Zoom, this thing, everybody can write at least one sentence in the chat, and then you can leave. Okay. One thing you felt was beneficial, or one thing you learned. Okay.
That's actually a very nice exercise. We'll actually be implementing that from now onwards in every session, Prabhu.
So
That's
just
a good
take one
exercise.
sentence and you can leave, no problem. It will take less than that.
And meantime, where everybody is writing their realizations, one-liner realizations, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Acharya Ratna Prabhu for taking out time from his very busy schedule. Prabhuji did mention his schedule. He is on a roller coaster of lectures after this, right? And many other preaching engagements. So Prabhuji, you are definitely the definition of preaching is the essence. And please, apni kripa drishti, please pray for us, Prabhu, so that we are also able to contribute to the Hare Krishna movement. हम शिल प्रपात के movement में contribute कर सकें. Not if as balshali as Hanuman and the monkeys, but chahe Gilehri ki bhanti hi sahi, just like the squirrel, to the best of our capability, respective capabilities, we just contribute to Srila Prabhupada's movement. And सबसे निवेदन है कि एक बार जोर से प्रभु जी के लिए हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र का जप करेंगे, अपना आभार व्यक्त करेंगे, to say thank you to Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you so much, Prabhu, from Shastra Sangha team and
I'm
its participants.
extremely grateful to you for giving me this opportunity. I'm so happy to see that you're cultivating this small group. In this way, small groups, actually people's hearts can be connected, and actually
Yes,
community
Prabhu.
develops in small groups like this. Otherwise, big thousands and lakhs of people one class now, people don't feel connected. In smaller groups, people can feel more connected, more cared. So the small groups
Yes,
are
Prabhu.
wonderful. So I'm happy that you have started this Sangha, and please continue it. And my sincere prayers and best wishes with you and the team. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Haribol, Pranam.